Okay, good evening, everyone, and happy Easter. The Lord is truly risen. Our topic for tonight is the Easter spirit, heeding divine inspirations. Okay, and just for us to reflect more on why heeding divine inspirations is the real Easter spirit, I'm going to read one of the Easter passages, no? That for most of us narinig na natin to, pero we'll read it. It's from Luke chapter 24, verses 1 to 25. Very early on Sunday morning, the women went to the tomb carrying the spices they had prepared. They found the entrance stone rolled back from the tomb, so they walked in. But once inside, they couldn't find the body of the Master Jesus. They were puzzled, wondering what to make of this. Then, out of nowhere, it seemed two men, light cascading over them, stood there. The men said, "Why are you looking for the living one in a cemetery? He is not here, but raised up." Then they remembered Jesus' words. They left the tomb and broke the news of all this to the 11 and the rest. Okay, so we remember this cohort, no? The very famous group of women who were, madilim pa. They went to the tomb carrying spices. They were obviously still mourning, no? Pero, why were they there? Okay. Did anyone ask them to go there, or were they obliged to go there? Siguro part ng custom talaga nila to, 'di ba, parang very elaborate din yung pag-prepare ng dead body. Like si 'di ba sino na nga to? Was it Joseph of Arimathea or was it Nicodemus who brought like 100 pounds of aloes, the spices, 'di ba? Parang that's how they prepare the body kasi wala pang ano nun eh. Ano ba yung ginagamit nila sa embalming? Formalin ba yun? Formaldehyde? I don't know. Pero for them, that's what they did. No? So the women, they brought spices and they did this because of a divine inspiration. Kumbaga, hindi naman talaga sila required eh. If you think about it, it was a holy inspiration of their love for our Lord. And parang kung titingnan yung sequence of events, so these women were also the same women who were with Our Lady at the foot of the cross, who accompanied her during the Passion, during Jesus's Passion. So, sino guys dito yung aminado na napagod ng Holy Week? If you if you were really active in the activities, nakakapagod talaga. Like, joining all the processions, lalo na yung mga nag-vigil, yung talagang ang haba eh. Nag-seven last words pa. Yung iba nag-prepare sa simbahan, nag-choir, nag-prosesyon, nag-fasting, di ba? Parang fasting pa. Parang, oh my gosh, it's just so tiring. No? So you can imagine for this group of women that they weren't just tired, di ba? Yeah. No, they weren't just tired, pero they were so confused about the events then in a way. They were scared. Even the apostles, if you think about it, takot sila eh. Kasi syempre parang, alam mo yung parang yung mga EJ case, when their loved one was killed, they actually feared reprisals, nababalikan sila. So I'm sure the psychological parang profile of these women at that time was not at all positive. Okay, parang they're tired, they're scared, they're confused, they're grieving. Parang it's just dark, parang emotionally for them, and they're just not in a good place. They're just thinking, we just want to be with our beloved. And that's the only reason that they were able to muster any energy to actually go there before the sun was up. Okay, so yung mga napagod na Holy Week, okay, shout out to all of us. Pero we're here, no? We're here. And it means then na I think this is also a signal for us that Easter is not the end actually. No, we don't say, okay, tapos na yung Lent. We can just just slack off and go back to our wicked ways and go back to, business as usual. Easter is just the beginning. Okay, so in this talk, we will see, yun nga, how do we know that what we're hearing or feeling their divine inspirations, what to do with them, and the consequences when we ignore them. Okay. So we want to start our Easter season with this readiness to listen. No? So hindi tayo yung okay, tapos na, the hard part is over. No, no, we're just beginning, and it's like if you see the history of the church, Easter was not, by any far stretch the end. Okay, it was the victory of our Lord over sin and death. No? Pero for us, it just means that we are, just the best is yet to come. Parang we're just warming up. Okay. So, um, how to know, first is how to know if an inspiration is from the Lord. No? And this question can really be confusing for many Catholics kasi parang, ako lang ba yun? Naisip ko lang ba siya? Um, Baka naman sa devil galing yun. Di ba parang, how do we know these things are really from heaven? Okay. Sometimes, overthink pa natin, shucks, gagawin ko ba to? Tama ba to? Di ba? So, a lot of this parang excerpts are from the revelations of a soul in purgatory. Okay, so this soul in purgatory said na they're able to talk to each other in purgatory if the Lord allows it. But they don't talk to each other like we do with words, no? Um, Parang siguro some form of telepathy. You know how they said the preternatural gifts were very much active in Adam and Eve? Like they had all the really cool, parang X-Men powers, telepathy, mga ganon, clairvoyance, yung mga sinasabi ngayon na third eye. Pero before, that was the normal thing. Like, if Adam and Eve did not sin, we would have those gifts. No, we would have telepathy. We would have basta extreme understanding of how things work. Okay, pero I digress. Okay, so sabi ng soul in purgatory, souls communicate with each other but without words. There's also communication between spirits and souls. So, thus, when you have a good thought or holy desire, they have been communicated to you by your guardian angel, by some saint, or by God Himself. Okay. This is so edifying to know. Parang, gano'n lang pala kasimple yun. Di ba? Okay, so I'll read that again. Souls communicate with each other, but without words. Their communication, there's communication between spirits and souls. Thus, when you have a good thought or holy desire, they have been communicated to you by your guardian angel, by some saint, or by God Himself. So this is the language of souls. Okay. So it's so edifying to know na heaven and even purgatory, they're always talking to us. Or can you read? I think ito yung kay Maria Sima. Do you know Maria Sima? Siya yung isang mystic who really parang had a lot of encountered, as in like physically nagpakita, or she heard them, or revelations were made to her about details about purgatory more than what we know, no? I think free book lang yan. Hanapin ko rin. I'll try to send to you, Jel. So, um, mainly, it's our guardian angel. Okay, so yun nga, yung tatlo. It's our guardian angel. Some saints, especially if we have a saint na we're especially devoted to. Ako, I can really say, very active si Padre Pio. Even like Saint Therese, I would say, Saint Michael the Archangel, um, Saint Philomena. Saints na we feel like we are drawn to them. But in a way, I heard somewhere na the saint actually chooses us. Okay? It's not that we think we like them. It's because they already handpicked us na itong batang to needs my influence in her life. Okay, so feel blessed and feel siguro their special love. Siguro because of certain weaknesses or strengths as well that we share in common with that saint. No, like for example, Saint Teresa of Avila, ilang days lang yung pagitan ng birthday namin. And I can really relate to her. In a way more than Saint Therese. Sorry, Saint Teresa. I also love you. Pero may mga ganun eh. And some saints na hindi talaga tayo attracted sa kanila. We just feel like, okay, you guys are awesome. But that's it. Di ba? So it doesn't mean naman we have to have a devotion to all the saints. Kasi in a way, it's just impossible eh. I mean, it's so hard to like, just magno-novena ka to all of them, one per day. I mean, di ba? Ano na yun? Siguro parang spiritual gluttony na yun. Pero I think we will be led to those saints whose intercession and whose example we will benefit most. Okay, so mainly talaga it's our guardian angel. No? So kumbaga parang in a way they're like the designated um parang chief operations officer ng ating life. Okay? They're our spiritual coach. And we should really, because of this fact, develop a relationship with them. No? So we practice listening to them. And I've said this na in previous catacombs na even practical things like how to do our work better. May Guardian Angel, may better way ba to do this task that I'm doing? Hindi ko siya ma-figure out. Or parang, ang pangat ng ginagawa ko, hindi ako natutuwa. Help me. Okay? Because they're so much smarter than us. Okay? Kaya siguro some of us are reflecting na St. Luenzeli, Yeah. Okay, so um they are introduced to us for a special reason. So yung guardian angel din, 'di ba? I told you guys, I don't know if naalala niyo, pero the first thing daw, sabi ni Father Ripperger, na the guardian angel is asked when parang ina-assign ni Lord siya sa atin is they can actually accept or reject us. And their first decision is the decision to love us. Tapos pinapakita sa guardian angel yun, itong taong to, ganito siya, ito yung mga weaknesses niya. So, guide mo siya sa ganyan, ganyan yung mangyayari sa kanya. So, our guardian angel loves us so much. Kumbaga, parang, let us not parang underestimate how much they are willing to help us. And if we don't feel their power, their intercession, it's because we don't call on them and we don't really, siguro parang we take it for granted, di ba? So even at night, no, we thank them, we tell them we love them, okay? Um, and in heaven daw, if we get to heaven, they will have an equal level of glory as us. Kaya parang, alam mo yun, parang natin silang twin eh. Alam mo yun. So, ang galing, di ba? So, what does this imply also, no? So, if we have a good thought, na parang, lalo na if it just comes out of nowhere, I notice this happens to me right after communion. Na parang, minsan na, nga ako na, "Lord, tama ba to?" Kasi minsan practical stuff na, I don't want to think about this. Can I think about heavenly things? Pero baka yun na yun na, okay, ito yung task mo, ito yung gagawin mo, ganyan. Na parang, it never occurred to me to do those things, no? So, if that happens, be humble. No, we should be humble and attribute it to our guardian angel, some saint, or even God Himself. Okay. So a very useful guide also for siguro intellectual humility din, no? And spiritual humility is, of course, when we have bad thoughts or inspirations, hindi nga siya inspirations eh, bad inclinations, ikaw yun. That's us. Or directly the devil, di ba? Kasi we also have our own concupiscence. And if it's a good thing, a holy desire, a good inspiration, then that can really only come from heaven or the souls in purgatory. Okay, kasi alam mo ba, I don't know if it's Maria Sima or another mystic, pero nun yata eh. There was this religious nun din na parang she asked a soul in purgatory to be her parang spiritual director. Ang galing, no? Tapos we can even ask daw souls in purgatory who have the same profession as us to guide us. Sabi ko, shucks, meron ba mga journalists in purgatory dyan? Help me. Or may mga PR people in purgatory dyan. Help me. Okay? So, we have so many heavenly guides, no, who are so willing to help us in our practical and spiritual needs. Okay, so honestly, minsan ang daming good ideas and ang daming good inspirations. And the question now is, so lahat yun galing kay God? Lahat yun kailangan kong gawin? Nakakapagod naman. Honestly, ako parang sa sobrang dami, parang, Lord, nakaka-overwhelm naman to. Ano ba yung unahin ko? Parang, alam mo yun, let's not be fazed by that. It just means that heaven is generous, no? Na that's actually that's actually a good thing, no? And kumbaga, if we just really try our best naman to respond to all those good desires, I think it is pleasing to our Lord and to our guardian angel, to Our Lady. And sabi nga ng isang speaker, this is the reason why Mother Teresa was so busy all the time. Kasi she had so many good inspirations na, I help this, help the dying, help the elderly. Imagine mo kaya set up a new convent here, ganyan. No? So, the saints, I would say, were actually the product of what happens when you really respond to the good inspirations that are given to us. Okay. So, ano lang, some tips, okay? Some tips on, you know, this new Easter, kumbaga, attitude that we want to develop, this openness to divine inspirations. First, is act on the inspiration and reject any fear of making a mistake. Okay. Act on the inspiration and reject any fear of making a mistake. And don't ignore our Lord. Okay. So siguro a very recent example for me. So in Angkor, we want to make branded videos and yung ano talaga yung good quality, tas may parang may ambassadors talaga kami. So one of the people na we were tapping is Maurice Umali. I don't know if you guys know her. Pero she's a good Catholic. She's a Marian devotee. Tas ako yung nakipag-coordinate sa kanya kasi ako yung may contact sa kanya. So alam mo yung feeling na you keep on following up someone who's high profile tapos very busy. Tapos ikaw, you're like, nakikiusap ka lang na, please, can you shoot this video for us? Tapos wala naman kayong pambayad talaga eh. Parang, practically, it's gonna be free. Or if you're gonna pay her, it's like, such a small fee na, parang nakakahiya, actually. So ako yung kulit na parang, ay, ayoko na talaga. Can I not do this? Alam mo yung feeling na gano'n? Parang, ay, ano ba? Tapos alam mo, I was just really praying na, ay, naku, guardian angel, help me naman. Kulit ako ng kulit. Tapos alam mo yung time na si Maris was in the Hague, she was at ICC, tapos talagang feeling ko nakukulitan na sa akin to. Parang, ano ba to? Everyday na lang, I'm messaging her, tapos she's like, I'm so busy po talaga. Ganyan, ganyan. Next week pa po ako uwi ng Pilipinas, ganyan, ganyan. Tapos until Holy Wednesday, no, parang, after pa po to ng pag-host ko ng saksi, ganyan-ganyan. I'm like, what the hell? How am I gonna, greet this person? So, may inspiration lang na, tell her you're entrusting her to Our Lady, ganyan. And I'm like, okay, that's so parang corny, but okay. Alam mo, I told her that, okay, entrusting your endeavors to Our Lady. Basta parang puro ano lang, parang praying for you, ganyan-ganyan. Na alam mo yung inisip ko, di ba ito nakakainis? Busy na nga ito, sa dami pang sinasabi. Pero alam mo, parang si Maris was like very appreciative. And parang lalo pa siya nag-reply nung gano'n na, thank you so much, God bless din po sa inyo, ganyan, ganyan. Parang, shucks, nakakagaan. Tapos yung video niya, finally, that she sent on Wednesday night at 11 p.m. Sobrang ganda. Na I was like, wow, this is so cool. Parang yun, I think, is a good example of really heeding divine inspirations. Kahit na parang ang corny, parang wag na lang, nakakahiya, or ano ba yun, appreciate niya ba? Parang ang kulit, or does she even have time to read this? Parang just get straight to the point, yung gano'n. But no, maybe it's exactly what she needs. No? And I felt na, parang na-feel ko na, oo nga, baka, she just needs to also, like, know na hindi niya pasan yung mundo. Na Our Lady is actually there. And to remind her na, hey, you're a Marian devotee. Kaya mo yan. Parang gano'n. So, yun. No? So, that's the number one thing. To act on the inspiration. And to reject any fear of making a mistake. Second is, we should know that every evil thought is either from us or the devil. And we should reject them right away. Okay, so, kasama dito yung any thoughts towards pride, taking revenge, ano pa to, justifying ourselves, or justifying this bad or evil thought, or thoughts of vainglory. Okay, I just learned, guys, na vainglory pala is the one vice that actually increases when you grow in virtue. Ano ba yan? Vainglory is actually, yung parang wanting to be sought by people, wanting na pansinin ka. Yung, kasi, alam mo rin na you're growing in virtue. Parang gusto mo na mapansin yun ng tao. Okay? So that's a trap for, I would say, for all of us, no? Kasi, parang, in a way, all of us, I would say, are seriously trying to grow in virtue. So, yun, we have to, once we sense na, itong thought na to, hindi to maganda, we reject it, and we, immediately pray to Our Lady, have recourse to our Lord, to the saints, no? Or even make an act of contrition right there, no? Um, so, one tip pala to know if the good inspiration is really good, is it's more subtle, and it's kind of like, parang medyo hidden siya, na, um, parang feeling mo tuloy, it's from you. Kasi nga, para siyang breeze, para siyang whisper lang. Yung evil thoughts, they are, they're very loud, they're very insistent, they're somehow aggressive, very emotional, parang ganun. So, kasi ganun yung ating enemy, di ba? It's very, parang forceful and aggressive, violent, di ba? So, dun mo na masisense yung difference. No? And I see the wisdom behind it. Bakit Nineveh always exhorts us to, have quiet time, avoid unnecessary time on social media. Kasi nga, it helps us distinguish the difference and to be more attuned to these holy desires and inspirations. Okay. Number 3 is, holy inspirations will be connected to your state in life. Okay. So most often, yung holy inspirations will be connected to your state in life. No? So, We as a mother, as a daughter, as a sister, as an employee, a friend, no? So, pag sinabi kasi yung holy desires, it doesn't mean na lagi siyang connected to some pious practice like go to confession or go to mass, do this novena, do this chaplet. Kasi, oo, that may be part of it, pero not always. No? It could be um, try to help your mom at home more, try to take on this task na siya yung laging gumagawa, or try to sit with your sibling, kamustahin mo. Alam mo yun, parang um, they will be connected to our state in life. Okay. And um, that's the beauty of it din, no? Na it shows us na we are meant to build God's kingdom through our state of life. Okay. And kasama na rin syempre yung if we are asked to do extraordinary things. Um, pero mainly, we also should be open. Kasi minsan we don't like these holy desires, eh, di ba? Kasi, nakakaano naman, ang hassle naman ito. Di ba parang gano'n? Wag na lang, so awkward. Or, ugh, nobody got time, di ba? Parang gano'n. But then we realize na, yeah, that's exactly what our Lord is asking of us. Okay, so, ngayon naman, the last part is, what are the consequences naman of ignoring, rejecting, or just being plain indifferent to these holy desires? Ito yung sabi ng soul in purgatory, no? Those who are lost because they willed it. They refused thousands of inspirations that God gave them. How many times does God warn them about going to hell? Thousands of times. So those in hell, they wanted it, no? And it's their fault. We don't know why they wanted it. Pero in a way, dun pala talaga nagsisimula siya. It starts by saying no to our Lord. No, we keep on saying no, it's inconvenient, we don't feel like doing it, we're so lazy, I need more time for myself, I don't wanna, you know, do this because I'm afraid, or I don't wanna do this because I wanna do this instead. We keep on saying no. In a way, we are mirroring what Lucifer said, no? Non serviam. I will not serve. So in a way, yun siya, actually. So it's not just that nisip natin, extra to kasi it's a holy inspiration. It is actually our path to heaven. No? So, um, kasi yun eh, by increment siya eh. So, if we think they are little extras, sabihin na natin, sige, extra siya. Kunwari, God is giving a holy desire to help this person out. Hindi naman talaga siya mortal sin if you say no. Diba? But, if you keep on doing that, in no time, or you will be surprised na at some point, it is easy now to fall into mortal sin. Kasi, ano di ba nga, in the spiritual life, it's either you're going up or going forward or falling back. Walang middle ground. You can't actually be status quo. Walang ganon. So, talagang, it's like an uphill climb talaga. Talagang you're going against the current. So, if we are not constantly dying to ourselves, saying yes to these holy inspirations, then where are we going? Diba? Um, so it's hard, pero yeah, this is what it means to have um an Easter spirit, is to be like the holy women, no? Who, like us, maybe we're scared, maybe we're confused, maybe we feel like, ay, ano ba to, holy inspirations? Di pa mais yung buhay ko? Or parang, we feel like there are so many loose ends in our life. That's not the point, no? Our Lord is not asking us, okay, be perfect muna and then you can follow the holy inspirations. Hindi ganon. Pero He's asking us now, with what we have, to say yes to Him. Okay, so, yung women na yon, they didn't even know eh. Kumbaga, their faith was not yet like Our Lady, na who was so sure of the resurrection. They didn't even know. Like, none of the apostles, it's like, it was just over their head, na hindi talaga nila mag-grasp, no? Pero they were saying yes, to the level na alam nila mag-yes, to where their love could carry them. So God is not asking us to, be perfect muna, perfect your norms muna, Nineveh. Wala namang ganun, no? He's just asking us to to say yes to Him wholeheartedly and with trust, knowing that He's also the one who will help us fulfill those holy desires. Okay, so that's it. Thank you guys. Wait lang, I'll just switch off recording.